crap.
Yeah.
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 He spent time trying to figure out how to cover his tracks up to the point of staging this abduction of which was already gone.
This is Lonna Lauramore Barton, and she is being interviewed for the disappearance of her 21-month-old son, Lonzie Barton. Her boyfriend, William Ebron Jr., reported the child missing on July 24, 2015, claiming the car was stolen. But surveillance footage soon poked holes in the story. For those who follow our channel closely know that we covered the first interrogation a while back, and it wouldn't be right not to include this one, as this is far more interesting than the first one, as it is also much more interesting. For those who haven't seen the first one, I'll leave a card in the top right, and I will also put the link from the first one in the description as well. So without wasting any more time, let's begin.
Right, and this is 0146 hours. That's 1:46 in the morning, and he leaves out of there at 1:54.
As the lies started to fall apart and the real story came out, the truth turned out to be far more horrifying than anyone could have imagined.
I'm not trying to throw that in your face.
No.
Okay? I want you to have a feeling that, it's pretty clear we listen and do everything we have to do to prove this case.
Okay.
And if part of it is getting you to understand we are not the ones trying to BS you, then I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make you buy that.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Alright, so how about this? You talked about when you left for work, there was a green shirt, I believe, and you call him Baby Man.
Yeah.
Okay. And for the purposes of this, is it okay if we call him Baby Man? Is that going to upset you?
No.
Okay. So, you talked about a green shirt. That looks teal to me, but I pulled out everything that I could.
He has a green shirt,
Okay.
but it has no sleeves on it,
Okay.
but it has a truck on it also.
Okay. So this is not the one he was in the night before you left. And to clarify, when you left for work, he had some sort of green shirt on, but it's not this one.
Now the tank top is just a sleeveless shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's definitely not it. Now, that kind of looks, it's a Ninja Turtle.
That's his shirt.
Okay. I know it's his shirt. Is it the one that he was in when you left that night to your knowledge?
This was a neon green shirt.
Neon green, okay.
Yeah, like a
Bright green.
Like
Okay.
a highlighter.
Well, kinda.
Yeah.
Alright, well then clearly not this one. But
That's
do you reckon
his.
not his? Okay, let me write that on there. Do you recognize that shirt? Is that maybe somebody else's kids?
Maybe it could be one of the kids. They have I think he's 6,
Okay.
a 6-year-old. So maybe Trey's.
Not.
No.
Okay. How about this one?
That's not his either.
Okay. And how
That
about
is
this one?
his.
That is.
This is my mom bought him this shirt.
Alright. But that's not the sleeveless one he was in. Okay. The stains on that, are those stains that have been there?
Yeah, SpaghettiOs.
Okay. It's kind of what it looked like, is raviolis or SpaghettiOs.
Is that ripped? Is it torn?
I think it's just the way that it's. I think it's just the way that it's folded. To be honest,
I was going to say because it wasn't ripped or anything.
I think that's just the way that it's folded. To be honest, but if it is, that had nothing to do with this. Now we may go through these a little slower. What do you recognize this as?
That's Ruben's.
Okay. Do you recognize it from that night or any other time? Think about when you're there. You show up.
I'm trying to think.
Do you remember what he had on?
When I got there?
Yeah, when you got to the apartment complex.
I know he had a white shirt on and khaki shorts.
Okay. Does this look like the shirt?
This looks like, could have been. I think so, maybe.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, they've turned this inside out for him. Okay. Now, how about this?
That's his.
I know it's like a generic,
This is Ruben's.
Right. Do you see what it's on? You see what this is? It's like laid on a brown piece of paper, and it's got a measuring stick. Opposite of what you see these, okay? That's just laid on a little brown piece of paper so they can put his clothes out. They're measuring this up. They're measuring it up for a reason.
Okay.
Is there anything that you notice about that shirt? Look at it.
Maybe down in here,
Mm-hmm.
through here.
Right.
Stains.
Take a look at that.
Looks like blood to me.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Do you remember him being hurt in any way? Was he bleeding in any way?
Not when I left him.
Okay.
Not when I got out the car to go to work, he wasn't.
Okay.
And while we're talking about the blood right now, was there? I can see I can see where you're upset. Do you want to take a break a second? Okay, let me turn that over. All right, listen to me. Was there ever any time that had a significant injury where he was bleeding a lot?
You know, he had a little scratch on his leg,
Okay.
but that was from where he just had like a bug bite, it looked like, I guess, and he scratched it.
Okay.
So he did that to himself.
Was he bleeding at all that day?
Mm-mm.
And any of the little bite that you talked about down there is nothing more than a Band-Aid would have needed, even if that. Okay, so at any given time, was he bleeding a large amount? Not whatsoever. Okay. In the last week, can you remember any time where he would have taken a fall where he was busted open and mouth bleeding?
He didn't. He had a little mark right here on the bottom lip, but he was. We were in the kitchen. I was with him when that happened.
Okay, so you saw it.
Well, I gave him a popsicle because
Okay.
he was teething real bad and he bit his lip a little bit. So.
Okay.
But other than that, no. And it wasn't even. He didn't even bleed really. Right
Did any-
down his lip.
Did any of that blood get anywhere else other than the kitchen?
No, it didn't even get in the kitchen. I
Okay, wiped
used
it
a
up.
little napkin.
Okay.
It was nothing.
All right. This is, I want to show you and I'm looking at it upside down, so you'll have to excuse me if I go backwards. This purple line
Mm-hmm.
is basically a
The
route.
route that he took or something.
Right. I know there was some talk about whether or not you believe the validity of that video that we put out.
Well, I didn't say I didn't believe it. I just said that it was so blurry.
The lead detective doesn't waste any time. He starts by putting hard evidence in front of Barton from the very beginning. Once that thin layer of loyalty between her and the other suspects starts to crack, it's only a matter of time before one of them turns on the other. This is mental warfare, and Barton is already nervous and unstable as it begins.
Really, that I couldn't, you know what I mean? I couldn't tell. They asked me, "Is that Ruben?" And I told them, "Well, it's kind of blurry,"
Right.
and I was just being honest.
Okay. And this is part of the clarification for you, okay?
Mhm.
What I'm not allowed to do is make stuff up for you or him. I'm not allowed to make up evidence. I'm not allowed to tell you we found a bloody hammer and it belonged to the victim's blood. I'm not allowed to make stuff like that up, okay? So understand me when I'm telling you something. This is something we know we will prove in a court of law, okay? All right. So our video time of him leaving is when you look at the video, he goes out, watch him go out, and within enough minutes, he is this house right here. There's a little pin right there.
Mm-hmm.
It says,
Sierra Madre.
right, Sierra Madre Drive South. Okay, the little pin. If you come out, and come around here, you're going to pass this house.
Mm-hmm.
And when you pass this house, you come up here to this Cespedes Road.
Mm-hmm.
And then the car was dropped off right there. Okay? So this house video, at the same time, within a couple minutes, 3 to be exact, from the time he comes out of here, sees the car. Now, no other cars are going by.
Right.
Sees that car go by. Then 3 minutes later, he comes running by. Enough time for him to get around here. Guess what? He comes walking back in the complex.
And he's on video there too.
Right. Walking back in.
And he recognizes himself, and it's worse quality than the other video.
He actually says,
And he
"Yeah, I
said,
believe
"Yeah,
that's me."
Okay.
Yeah. So, what we're trying to tell you is,
He is at fault, obviously.
yeah. What clearly we'd have to start with is I need you to understand the story of the car being stolen with the child in it is total horseshit.
Okay.
Okay? Do you understand that?
I do. I understand that.
All right. So
There's something almost empty about Barton's behavior. Her face barely moves. Her voice never shakes. For a mother with a missing child, that cold calm feels wrong, because even the toughest parents still carry the weight of that kind of loss in their eyes.
So understanding this, it leads us to the fact that, number one, clearly that car was not stolen.
As the detective starts asking about the makeshift bed on the floor, Barton begins stumbling over her own story. Maybe they found that soft pastel blanket. Maybe there was blood on it. Or maybe that white sheet she swears wasn't on the floor was actually used to wrap Lonzie's body. Then the detective brings out the photos. A white sheet from her home, dark stains on it, still damp when officers picked it up. In that moment, it's clear. He's no longer guessing. He's showing her what they already know.
So, understanding this, it leads us to the fact that, number one, clearly, that car was not stolen. And he put it there. Now, if there was, putting this out to you, if there was some bad accident that happened, whether it was intentional or not, would you, as a mother, get care for your child?
Immediately.
Absolutely.
Immediately.
There's no one else that had care of this child. Okay?
When you got out the car that day at work, was it in the car?
Yes, he was. I gave him a kiss.
Was he hurt in any way?
No, he was drinking his bottle. He had some red fruit punch in it, but I made him right before we left.
Okay.
And I hate to bring you back to that particular time and all, but I know you went to work and you came back. When the kids go to sleep at night, when you have both of them or one, specifically baby man, where do you put them down to bed?
I normally let them fall asleep in the bed with me.
Okay.
And then once they fall asleep, I'll make them a pallet at the foot of the bed.
Okay.
And he didn't really like the pallet, so he took to the black bean bag that's in the apartment.
Right.
So I put him a little pillow at the top of it, and he'd sleep with his Toy Story blanket on top of it.
The black one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you ever put him downstairs to sleep?
No, never.
Never.
No.
Never once made a pallet downstairs for him.
Yeah, to watch TV, like during the day while I'm up. But if we go
listen,
to bed,
there's no big deal.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
not trying to make you.
I'm just saying, but not at night. I wouldn't.
No, we're just saying that sometimes as he lay down.
I don't sleep upstairs, and then him and my kids sleep downstairs.
No.
That's not what I was implying.
No, we're just wondering if you ever make a pallet downstairs for the kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, likes to make the pallets, and they watch the TV downstairs sometimes.
How often do they watch TV downstairs?
We had actually just started letting them do that, like a week before all this happened.
Was they hurt anyway? No
Not at
cuts?
all.
Okay.
Nothing.
How about the day that you made the shrimp Alfredo and then you went on to work? Was there a pallet downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There had been.
Describe it to me.
Panda pillows.
Okay.
I believe a different colored blanket. You know which one I'm talking about?
A multicolored blanket.
Yeah, I mean like pastel colors, like browns,
Okay.
tans.
So not white. Okay. So for the big screen TV, there was not pillows and a white sheet before you left. Let's see what this looks like. Tell me what that looks like to you.
Well, for one, that wasn't even there when I left. That was on top of the containers that are sitting beside this couch right here. That sits right here.
Mm-hmm.
That stroller always stays on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's Ruben's shirt.
Okay.
But it wasn't laid like that.
Okay.
It was spread out.
How about these?
These are the pillows.
Okay, what's this right here?
That's a white sheet.
Right. So my question to you is, when you left home,
It wasn't in the floor.
it wasn't in the floor.
You positive?
100% sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I'm going to let you look at it just a little bit closer, just to make sure that you see it well enough. There is no describing it. It is a white sheet.
Yeah, I didn't put it there though.
Okay.
That's not the palette that I made for him.
What does that look like?
What?
This is this. Okay. This is this. Blown up. Okay. This is dried a few days later, so it's a little bit lighter.
So this is after that bag?
This right here is how we found your house.
Mm-hmm.
When we examined this sheet, it's very easy to see. It looks like this.
Yeah.
It's still wet.
Right.
That's still wet.
Okay.
The sheet goes to our property room. and it's put in a place safely, securely, where it can dry. So as it dries a little bit lighter. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was at your house.
Mm-hmm.
These little things here, that's what's called a hemodent test. They swab it to determine if it's based on the test. It's not the God's awful gospel. We send those swabs to the lab, and we just can't guess whose blood it is.
This is simply to tell us whether or not it's
We believe it
human
is.
blood.
Right.
But this is, they come back as his.
Okay, I know, I got you. Actually, I need for you to see that. There is upstairs, okay? And you want a break a second? If you want one, you tell me, okay? You want a break?
I just want to get done.
Okay, alright, we'll get done. Tell me what you see about this. Whose room? That's y'all's room.
Yeah.
Okay. Does this look like what it normally looks like? Weights on the ground. There's a little stool, it looks like.
Yeah, I sat right there sometimes.
Okay. How about this stool? Is that something you recognize?
Yeah, he said he was going to put it back in the shed because it was taking up too much room.
Okay. Now I know this is a picture of this direction. The foot of the bed would be down here.
Yeah.
Right.
These are the painted pillows that I use to make the pallet.
Okay. Where do you normally put the baby? Is it down here at the foot or over here?
He normally sleeps on this side and he sleeps right here.
Okay. But at the foot of the bed, on the right by the flooring area.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever set up a pallet over here? Never. Never set up a pallet over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is getting a little tighter. This is a little bit more zoomed in. Okay. I want you to pay attention to the floor area. You notice anything?
I see stains.
Right. Here's a blow up. This is what we took this carpet. Okay?
Okay.
You know, sometimes I'm usually telling people, guess what? It's not like TV. It doesn't work like TV. This is going to work like TV. Do you see what that looks like? Yeah. That's the stool. You see what this is? Okay? I'm not going to make you stare at it, alright? We've sent a number of things to the lab. We don't just guess. We physically know.
What did he do to him?
The hard evidence is closing in. And behind every bloodstain, every bruise, every blanket out of place, one question keeps getting louder. What did he do? Lonna tries to explain it away. She says she thought it was some kind of infection, but that doesn't fit. Earlier she said Lonzie only had a bug bite and a small cut on his lip. Now the detective is talking about bruises and serious trauma, and she still claims she didn't know anything. At this point, her story isn't just weak, it's falling apart in real time.
I've sent a number of things to the lab. We don't just guess. We physically know.
What did he do to him?
Let's go back to the bruise on his head a minute. And if you have ever thought in your mind, today is the day to say whatever you possibly can remember, if anything was different, holy God, today's the day, okay? I'm not...
I know that he was very aggravated with the fact that she wouldn't let him see his kids.
Okay. She being...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he had made a couple comments, that he was holding, I remember him holding in the kitchen and he was crying.
Yeah.
Ruben was crying, and I went to take the baby from him to go upstairs with him and give Ruben a minute, and he's like, no, it's kind of, he helps me feel closer to mine. He's like, just let me hold him. So I let him hold him, and then later on he just, I don't know, he kind of made me mad at first, because he was like, he was like, you know, I don't mind, you know, watching your kids. They, you know, they take my mind off of my own. And but I kind of got like that sense, like maybe, well, I'm watching your kids, but I should be watching mine. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, you know, if it's too much, you know, I'll just, you know, till this stuff gets settled between you and her, I can stay at my mom's. And he was like, no, you took that wrong. You know, he was like, I just miss my kids.
Right.
You know, so.
Now that you understand what we're dealing with, there's some questions I'm going to ask you. I'll ask you just to be honest, okay?
Yeah.
Did you strike in any way to cause him to bleed?
No.
Ever?
No.
Not one day in his life?
No.
Okay. The drugs that you had talked about Ruben kept in the dresser upstairs, to your knowledge, did have any way of knowing that those drugs were in there?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Was commonly left unsupervised in that room to where he could have gotten into that drawer?
I never left him in the room. And even if I exited the room with my knowledge of that being there, I even would make him come with me.
Okay.
Just because kids are kids.
Right, right. Did you do anything to allow the baby man to get into these drugs and become overdosed?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you aware of him getting into the drugs the day of this incident, the Thursday? Didn't come out chewing on pills or spilled pills on the floor?
No.
Okay. And so, by looking at what type of injury that we obviously are looking at, are you telling me that you had nothing to do with this?
Yes, that was exactly what I'm telling you.
Okay. And who else in the world had care and control of that boy that Thursday or Friday?
Ruben. That's it.
Okay. So let's go back to the bruise on the back of his head. In our last discussion, we determined that you were the bruise was brought to your attention by Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
And that was that Thursday that you went to the dollar store and got the shrimp Alfredo.
Mm-hmm.
Describe the size of that bruise to me. 50-cent piece, quarter. Draw a circle. Draw a circle for me. Just think of how big it was.
This is the back of my ear.
And you're pointing at it. Point to me where it
I could
was.
probably show you
Okay.
better.
Yeah.
Probably like
Right in there.
here.
Okay. So right in there, and then draw the size you think that bruise was.
Probably about like that. I mean, that's just like from long life.
Okay.
Probably about like that.
Okay. Now, you talked about it being bright in color. Like bright purple, bright blue.
Like a purplish.
Okay. So a purplish. You also mentioned something on the side of his face.
Well, he had been pulling at his ear.
Okay.
And on that side.
Okay.
And it just looked like it was a little bit red. Like maybe just right through
here?
Just right through in
On
there.
his cheekbone.
Well, a little bit under it.
Under it? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit under his cheekbone.
Which side?
The same side that it was on his
Which is what side?
Which, that's what he's asking.
Left.
Left side?
On his left side?
left side.
Okay.
And I figured that it was like an ear infection, you know, because
Right.
they can cause your ear to swell.
How long did you notice that bruise?
I had just really noticed it. I didn't wake up. I didn't get up until like 5 o'clock.
That afternoon?
I got up for about an hour or so around lunchtime or whatever when Brittany took me to the doctor.
To the dollar store.
To the dollar store.
Right.
I didn't notice it. I didn't pay any attention. I noticed it looked a little bit reddish through here.
You sleep real hard?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
You sleep with the door shut?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All the kids downstairs during that time?
Ruben normally doesn't wake me up. He normally takes the kids. If he leaves, he takes them with him, or he takes them downstairs and, you know, plays with them, whatever. So I'm normally...
You recall anything waking you up that day?
Crying. Well, I mean, sometimes it's normal to hear kids crying.
No, not crying. 5 o'clock. I actually got woke up around 5 o'clock by a knock on the door, and he
was getting served some kind of papers to do with it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember
So
that.
that's how I got woke up. But no, I mean nothing. My kids weren't like acting out of the normal. Really, I mean, he looked like he didn't really feel all that well. But
Yeah.
like I said, I figured he was going to the doctor the next day with me,
Right.
and I just figured I was gonna have him check it for maybe an ear infection. Plus, he was teething.
When you say you didn't feel that well, can you elaborate?
Just kind of like a little more tired than you, a little bit lazier, a little bit irritable, whiny a little bit, a little more clingy, I guess you would say.
Okay.
The way Barton describes Lonzie's behavior gives detectives a chilling clue. Based on what she says, they start to believe that Lonzie wasn't just sick or hurt. He was showing signs of a skull fracture.
She took her to the doctor to see the scrape on her back.
Yeah, I went with her.
Right, so and that's just on her back. When you have something in their head, you can't wait till tomorrow. That stuff's gotta come pretty quick. And you guys, my understanding is it was, I don't know if I want to call it argument or words, discussion that was heated.
Yeah.
What would you call it?
Right on the verge of an argument.
Okay.
What time was that?
How far before you went to work? An
Maybe
hour?
An hour or so, hour or two.
You got up, what she said, 5 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
What time you have to be at work?
I didn't get there until about 8:30.
Okay. So somewhere between, say, 6 and 7?
Right before I went to the dollar store.
Yeah, because think about this a second, because that's earlier in the day. For Brittany to show
I
you.
went to the dollar store twice.
Yeah, I remember. Because one she went with her, and then one she went just by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotcha. And you correct me if I'm wrong, my understanding was Brittany is there at the house with the two of you and Ruben and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
She sees the bruise, she calls it to your attention, you go to Ruben, what the hell? And that's when he tells you, hey, by the way, I already tried to tell you about that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that about right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's word for word, but
Yeah.
the scenario is the same.
Yeah.
Because my understanding, and by her records, Brittany's gone by 1:30 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So could it have been earlier in the day
That what?
that you saw the bruise and you had the words with Ruben?
It could have been.
Okay.
It very well.
And I'm not trying to nail you to the cross on whether it was 7 o'clock or...
No, and like I said, my times, you know what I mean, could be off a little bit.
I gotcha. And that's why we go with what records say.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany wasn't there 5, 6, 7 o'clock that night, to my knowledge.
No.
So that's why, I mean, this conversation had to have happened between you and Ruben about, we'll call it the verge of an argument, while she was there. Because she thought she witnessed it as well.
Yeah.
So, because she actually said you pretty much called him out.
Yeah.
So that was definitely while she was there. So now let's,
And granted, I woke up to her being there.
Right.
I didn't even know she was there.
right.
So
Did you ever figure out why she was there?
she told me she was just getting out of the house.
Okay.
That's what she told me.
Did Ruben say anything to you about why she was there? Something about a car?
Yeah, I mean, he said that she was something wrong with her tail lights or something like that, and she was trying to sell it,
Okay.
and we were trying to. I guess he was interested in buying it because it was bigger than that car.
Okay. All right. Later when this all goes down, we tried to figure out exactly how you figured out when, and so I'm going to let you go through it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm just going to listen to make sure I got it right. You were at work, and I'm going to take you to the spot, and then you finish it off for me. Fair enough? You're at work. You ask him, are you on the way? Obviously, you're already off. You ask him, you're on the way, and he responds, I'm on the way. Did you get the money?
Mm-hmm.
What money was he talking about?
From my understanding, it was money that Brittany owed him for babysitting the previous weekend.
Okay. So take me from there. What happens when you respond, yeah, I got it. What happens then?
He tells me I need to get a ride.
Okay.
Texts me and tells me I need to get a ride.
Was that odd to you?
A little bit. It was a little bit odd because I was like, well, he just said he was on his way.
Yeah.
So, so I call him because I had done told Brittany, well, he said, he's on his way. You can go ahead and go. And I called him. I'm like, you said, I was like, get a ride. You said, would you gonna have to give me Brittany's number now? She's already gone.
Yeah.
And he told me he was looking up the number for me, and he got me the number, and I called Brittany. Brittany said she was somewhere off of Atlantic, and but she would come back if needed.
Okay.
And I said, well, hold on, there's still a girl in the parking lot, let me see if she'll just give me a ride. And the other girl said she would, so I told Brittany, never mind.
Okay. Who was the girl that gave you the ride?
Christina.
She was somebody that was a worker? A worker? Yeah. Okay. So you load up in her car, and where do you go from there?
We went to Pinebrook.
Okay.
Apartments.
What did you have to do at Pinebrook?
I went and picked up $20 that Jessica Rodriguez owed me.
Okay. And not to be in your business, but what did she owe you the money for?
I loaned her and her sister $20 at the bar. You have to have an open drink.
Yeah.
To stay.
Right. Okay. Was there some talk about her giving you something other than money?
Yeah, well, yeah, she offered me a dub of cocaine, and I told her I need the money. She was basically trying to get her money back.
Right. I see.
She was trying to keep from having to give me that $20 back.
Okay. At this point, in your mind, is anything wrong?
No, I mean, I just wondering what, why Ruben couldn't come get me, but I figured that if it was an emergency or something that he would have already
How
told me.
often did he not show up?
Never.
He was always there.
The detective pushes back and asks the obvious question. Why would any parent wait an entire day to take their child to a doctor after seeing a bruise on their head? Barton has no real answer. She just shrugs. But Lonzie wasn't dealing with a simple bump. He had a skull fracture. He was showing clear signs of serious trauma. Anyone close to him would have noticed, should have noticed. And Barton? She shrugs it off like her child's pain didn't exist, or like she chose to look away. And she's not telling the truth. While Barton claims she doesn't know what happened, phone records later show that Ebron called her, told her exactly what he'd done, and told her to get a ride. She knew. She was part of it. And instead of speaking up, she made the choice to stay silent.
Let me backtrack for just a second. The policy there, if you come to work and leave for an emergency for whatever reason, how do you leave? Can you just walk out the door?
How do I leave? I have to ask my manager if I can leave.
Okay.
And if they okay, and I have to pay them $50 to leave.
Exactly. And
$50?
If you pay
If
that
I leave early, yeah.
If you pay that $50, are you allowed to come back that night?
I guess.
Have you ever done it?
Mm-mm.
Did you leave that night for any reason?
I did not.
You stayed there the whole time?
Yes, I did.
Inside the club?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I appreciate the feedback. So you go to Pinebrook, you're getting your $20, and something happens with the police.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. They're like, where we're parked at.
Were you in a parking spot, or you just kind of pulled up?
She just kind of pulled up.
Yeah, that was the first clue.
Yeah, she just kind of pulled up. Well, I guess, like after I heard that what was going on, I could see why he was looking for Ruben's car.
Sure, yeah.
Is what he was doing.
As he's supposed to.
Yeah, but I didn't know that at that time.
Right.
So we were asking him, is there a problem? Because we couldn't back, there's...
Yeah, right. Where am I going to go?
Block 2. And heard him say, no, wrong car. And she said he had mentioned had we seen an orange car? It was been stolen.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I haven't seen it, because I didn't see it go by or nothing like that. And I'm thinking to myself,
Ruben's got an orange car.
What's going on? And it just all felt kind of fucked up to me, basically. I was like, And then they...
Fucked up in what response? That the officer was asking you? Or are you thinking, what the
fuck is going on?
Right.
Yeah, I'm thinking,
What all did he ask you?
He asked me, did I have a baby?
Mm-hmm.
And told him, or did I know anyone, is what he first asked me.
And you said?
And I said, yeah. I told him that I did. I live there.
That's what you told him?
Me and Christina. And she said, that's where you live, right? And I said, yeah, that's where I live. What's going on? And then they said, I did deny the fact that Ruben, the car and all that was his at first, whatever, because I wanted to get to him first and find out what the fuck was going on. The cop was following me there anyway, so.
Right.
But I didn't deny it after he mentioned a baby being in it.
Okay.
Once he mentioned my baby, I said, I have a 2-year-old. I have a 2-year-old white male. And then he said, well, that baby is supposedly in this vehicle missing. That had been stolen. I said, well, that's probably my baby. And he said,
where were you in this conversation? In Pinewood or
in Pinebrook? And he said, you're going right there. You're going straight there right now? And I said, yeah. And he said, okay, well, I'll follow y'all. And we went straight there.
Okay. What happens when you get there?
An officer, I walked straight up to Ruben to start with. And asked him what the hell was going on. And he tells me that, he ran inside to, this is what he told me outside, that he ran upstairs to lock the doors back. He forgot to lock the house up. And
Has he ever forgot to lock the house up before?
So not for the most part.
How about his bedroom where his drugs are kept?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Most of the time he locks that.
Right.
If we leave, he locks the room. He said he forgot to lock it up. He went back upstairs to lock the room back up.
Okay.
And when he said when him and Dad walked back down, he could see the car driving out the driveway. Told me that he had tried to catch it, see who was in it, whatever, but he couldn't.
Right.
So then he began to come back to the apartment to call 911.
Okay. And at some point you helped him with a blanket to find a blanket so that the dog could sniff
Yeah,
the blanket?
I was looking for the baby's Toy Story blanket.
Okay.
And because that's the one he sleeps with, and he said that it was in the car. He said it's in the car. I took it with me to come and get y'all. So to come and get me, he said that he took it with him.
So
He told the cop, well, that blanket's in the car.
right.
What else did he say to you?
He told me that he had actually went up there to get something to serve to someone. Someone had made a phone call because I asked him, I said, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, what the fuck happened? Who would steal your car? And he told me, he said, well, I don't know who would steal my car. And he said, I said, what the hell did you got, what are you doing? What happened? I was just freaking out. And he told me that he had actually come back up there to get some coke to come to serve somebody on his way to pick me up from work. That's what he told me.
So that's basically the second story he told you out there. First it was I needed to lock the doors, and then it was, okay, I went upstairs to get something to serve Lapita. Right? Is that her name? Okay. So is that not hitting you wrong at that point? Thinking something, why is he telling me two different things?
Well, I honestly figured that he told me outside that he just went to lock the room up because he didn't want the cops to know that he was getting drugs.
Okay.
So, I figured that's why he told me that outside. And
was he more
up there.
Was he more in private when he was telling you that I was trying to get something for Lapita?
Yeah, we were at the top of the right there at the door entrance.
Okay.
Of the bedroom. So
When did it change next?
it didn't. That's what he told me, and he still hasn't told me anything different. He told me that the car was stolen with the baby in it. That he didn't do anything to hurt him. He didn't do anything to him.
Do you believe that now?
No, I don't believe him. No.
Yeah, I promise you, this is not a sick joke to twist
No,
you up.
I know it's not. This is fucking reality. He hurt my baby. He done something to my baby. Obviously.
Remember when that night when he said he was going to take us to... Do you remember what you told him?
What? Yeah, take them wherever.
Do the right thing. Take him to my child.
Yeah, if he knows where he is, take him to. Yeah, come
As
get
a
my
matter of fact,
baby.
you said, where in the fuck is my child, Ruben?
Yeah.
Because your inclination right then was telling you put it to him in every way that you could. We'll get through this.
I know you're no.
Right.
Do you remember asking him, where's my child?
I've asked him that several times.
And what did he say?
I don't know. That's what he keeps telling me. I
Did
don't
he tell you
know.
I love you too much to tell you?
No. He didn't tell me that. Mm-mm. No. Because I'm telling him, if you love me, you'll tell me.
I believe that you told him that because obviously it's live. So I don't think any of us question that. We could clearly see there was a portion toward the end that you were getting pretty panicked, and he wanted you the hell out of that room.
Yeah, and I told him I'm not fucking going anywhere.
I know.
Bullshit.
Right.
You know, I mean...
Even when Sullivan was telling you, all right, let's go, you were like, no, not going anywhere.
Yeah, because, I mean...
You're the only one that can lead me to my child.
Exactly. You know, everyone keeps telling me, you shouldn't want to talk to him. That was the last person that seen my kid. And I don't give a fuck how painful it is for him, or how bad he doesn't want to look at me, or whatever. No, if you know where my kid is, you know where my kid is. You need to just fucking tell me.
Right.
Tell somebody that can go get my kid. Take them to get. I don't care. I don't care what happened.
You wanted to do it was proper by your boy.
Yes, you know, I mean, that's only fair for him.
I agree with you.
And if he can give me that, I don't know why I wouldn't.
Because he's a coward.
Well, like, he's not going to spend life in prison any fucking way. What does it matter? You know, you see what I'm saying? What have you got to lose? You're in the worst position you could possibly be in any fucking way. You're not getting out, period. So why wouldn't you tell me?
I wish I had that answer. Your mama asked me something today. Why would someone do something like this? What would reason? Can anybody come up with a logical reason?
I can't.
Can anybody come up with a logical reason that this right here happened? That we had to cut the carpet out and take your baby. That's his blood. That is your baby's blood. I swear before those...
I believe you.
Those people I'm going to be swearing in front of.
So why would he tell anyone where he is?
Because he's a coward.
What the fuck is he scared of?
He's only thinking about one
Himself.
thing, that's himself.
Yeah.
Okay, and if he don't tell, he's still gonna get charged with murder, right?
He's not thinking that way because he thinks he's smarter than everybody. He thinks he's smarter than everybody, and he's just gonna wait this out. And
it's just gonna all go away.
And
it's not gonna go away.
Let me clue you in a little more. Let me put it to you like this: we've got Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those are the two people that had care of the child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when push comes to shove, because it's gonna, push is gonna come to shove, the shit's gonna hit the floor, the wagon's gonna have the wheel fall off of it, and guess what he's gonna do? Let's just face it, there's only two people we can blame for this incident right now, and it's you and him. The difference is, you did not lose the car with that bullshit story. Okay?
I damn sure didn't hurt my baby.
Well, then that only means...
That hit him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And what kind of a coward, what kind of a fucking coward cannot just, you know what, call and get help. If you want to lie and say he fell down the stairs again. Okay? Lie and say pushed him again. Lie and say he fell in the bathtub.
Anything.
But don't throw him out.
No shit.
Like a piece of garbage that the buzzards eat, the dogs pull apart, the bugs get on. Is that how you want your child to be remembered in your mind? It ain't how I want to. Because the way I want to remember him, he looks like that.
Yeah.
And you know what? When we put this out, do you think that baby was alive? Think about it a minute, Lonna. Think. We put an Amber Alert out for a child because a man told us the car was missing and the baby was in it. Do you really think he was alive then?
Not now. Not now, I don't.
Not now, I don't either. This is why we were so...
Why would he do that?
Because he's an animal. He's a coward animal. He is not who represented himself to you. Your mama told me today the reason you fell head over heels with him is because he took such good care of you. Really? You're living in a room, right? You're the one out working 2 a.m. And what is his trade? Drug dealer. You know that, and I know that. I know who he pays to go get his prescriptions. I know he gets some himself. No denying this. It's all over his phone.
And another thing really was, my kids took to him, so why he would do that to him?
He don't care, honey. He cares about one human.
And he asked for him again today, twice. You know, where's Ruben? I want to see Ruben. And you know,
she doesn't know.
Exactly.
She doesn't know. She's innocent.
Exactly.
She's innocent.
You know what I mean?
Do you know why she's not hurt today? Because she's got a mouth.
Yeah.
There is no telling what's been going on. Looking at some of the messages that you and him have, I get the impression that he's very frustrated sometimes with by one of the texts that said, "My bad, I gave him fucking milk." Okay? Who does that? Who complains about, "Oh, these kids are driving me crazy today"? I know there's been times you've called your mom, "My God, these kids are driving me crazy. Hey, I'll come get them, don't worry." Do you say to your mom, "You know what, I can't get them to potty train, I had to give, my bad, I gave them fucking milk"? Yeah. Who does that about a kid they care about? He's a kid.
Yeah.
You drink, you pee.
Yeah.
He's a kid.
I know what text you're talking about, and he had been he caught a stomach virus.
Is that his fault?
No, but that's what I'm saying. He was like, Ruben was saying he didn't need milk because it was souring on his stomach, causing him to throw up. Okay,
do you say stuff like that?
He likes milk.
Do you say stuff like that? Who does that? Parents don't talk about their kids like that. You get frustrated with them as they get older. You know, they create different problems for you. They're active. But have you ever said, "I'm so fucking sick of you liking fucking milk"? Have you ever said that?
No.
No. They're kids. He's a defenseless little guy. Underweight. He must run around an awful lot because that boy didn't hold a lot of weight. And this man has done something to this child. And I can't impress upon you enough that if there is something else, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think you know where this baby is. I don't. I don't. But if Ruben has said things to you that night, we went over this about 12 times, and this is going to be the last 13th, because this gets real from here on out.
He did not tell me anything that happened or anything that
no actions that he did, whether it be on purpose or anything else. Because most of the time when you have these cases, people do what I said. They have hurt a child, and it's usually never the biological family. It's the boyfriends. They hurt the child, and they come up with the stupidest crap. I was holding the baby, and I had to go get a bottle, and I tripped over the cord, and I fell.
That much.
You remember that one?
Yeah,
I tripped over the cord, I fell into the wall, and
the baby flew. And the baby flew across. I had to jump the whole waterbed, and the baby flew across the room, and he hit the wall.
This is not the first time that we've worked a child's
death. Like a Olympic gold medalist.
That's exactly what I said. And then somehow he fell into the bathroom.
He's using you to build this defense that he's great with kids, that kids love him, and he loves children.
I know I can say I never seen him hurt my kids. I've never seen him.
Obviously, you didn't see him.
Now, do you think he'd tell you?
No.
I just beat the brakes off today.
Yeah.
You think he's going to say that?
I beat him so hard that behind his ear is all bruised up and the side of his face is swollen.
Right, you think he's going to do that? Hey, my bad. I fucking milk again. Yeah. Really? You know, it's not going to happen that way.
Of course he's going to lie to me because I wouldn't report it.
Yeah.
Right,
and then
exactly.
Then he's going to try to pull the ultimate lie. Someone stole the car and he was in the car.
Yeah, obviously that's a fucking lie. So now what do we do?
Now what do we do is we continue to build this case. Okay?
Okay.
There's other things that we have to do with some additional evidence. I can tell you, there is no one between the sheriff's office and the state attorney's office that this isn't priority number one. Okay?
This is my priority too.
Okay.
It has been all along.
Yeah. We have worked tirelessly, and we will continue to. And it's like I told your mama today. I am here for one human and one human only.
I can't even. I have such bad nightmares because I just sit there and wonder, where he is or what happened to him, and I can't sleep without seeing his little face.
There's and I'll let you explain this a little better with your medical background. Explain the basal fracture.
Basal skull fracture. You hit someone like a child hard enough in the head that what it does, it can leave like a hairline fracture. It's not something that you can see.
Okay, that's what he's saying.
If you look at him, he looks okay, but he's not acting quite right. He becomes
tired.
She finally admits that Ebron couldn't keep his story straight. First, he said he was just locking the door. Then he changed it to getting something for someone. And for the first time, she actually sounds like a mother in pain, not some cold outsider. She says she begged him for answers, demanded to know where Lonzie was. She remembers yelling, refusing to leave the room, pushing him to talk. According to her, in that moment, all she wanted was the truth.
Which means that he's
Sleepy.
He's sleepy.
Okay, like I
he's
said,
groggy
he
acting.
seemed kind of clingy and
Have you ever-
tired.
He's irritable. He doesn't eat right.
So that's why he was acting like that.
You're a
and
genius.
what's the reason that
Well,
bruise?
I mean, I figured that it was just because, you
I'm
know.
messing with you, trying to lighten it up.
The reason that bruise appears is because there's bleeding inside the head.
So he about
And
to
here's
put,
where the skull ends and has an opening. So the blood is trying to escape. And then what happens,
So where does that?
if it
Where
goes-
does this blood come from?
if it goes untreated, the fluid start coming out of the ear, which is a cerebral spinal fluid. That fluid kind of filters the brain. It's like a cushion, and it goes down your spinal column. If an opening occurs where this fluid starts to come out, not only does it come out, but bacteria goes in.
Okay.
When the bacteria goes into that fluid, they develop meningitis. They start getting fevers, and if it's untreated, they die.
So how did all that happened
That's-
just like that?
That's one of the things that could have happened.
So that's just what
But
y'all-
it can
y'all
also
thinking may have
remember
Very well may
that
have.
lethargic, the grogginess, the irritability,
The vomiting.
they are hard to deal with because you can't soothe them. No matter what you do, you can't make them feel better. So you become irritable.
So y'all
You
y'all
lose your
think-
patience
So
again.
y'all thinking
And-
that he
And
just
it-
probably couldn't handle his whining or
It
whatever,
happens.
and he
And it happens.
hurt him.
and he hurt him because in
Lost
the
his temper with him
majority
and hurt him
the majority of
multiple
cases
times,
where a
probably.
young child is killed by
And I just
a
didn't
woman's
realize what was
boyfriend.
going on.
because the boyfriend has no real attachment to that child.
None.
Right.
None.
And it's easier to lose your temper when it's not your child.
Listen, if I could tell you, like, what he says to you and what he says to, he's only telling y'all what y'all want to hear. You know what I mean? Not to hurt your feelings.
Dude, you
It's-
can't hurt my feelings no worse than what they already are.
I want you to understand. All he's doing is trying to manipulate
Well,
you.
fuck him.
That's
I mean,
what you
whatever
need
we-
to be.
This is
Whatever
all
we have-
about manipulation and control.
Yeah.
Well, he obviously is.
This that you saw on his head. Remember how I was so emphatic with you, and you got to understand. Knowing what I know and seeing what I see all these times, you see a kid's head bombed up like this, and his cheek is red, and he's got fluid, yellowish fluid coming out of his ear. That is a classic sign of, oh shit, you have a serious head injury.
Well, see,
And
I
it's
didn't
what he's-
know that.
Yeah.
I've never had one of my kids
Well,
have a head injury or anything.
and see,
You did that day.
violence toward children can quickly escalate. You know?
Obviously.
Listen, we go back to the same thing. It's you or him, and it's him that came up with this elaborate plan to try to say that. And any time you confront him with something, well, I'm telling you, we saw you walk back. Yeah, I walked back, but you didn't see me run through the wood line. No, bitch, we didn't see you run through the wood line because your ass didn't walk through the wood line.
Right, you drove that car out.
Yeah.
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 He spent time trying to figure out how to cover his tracks, up to the point of staging this abduction of which was already gone.
So at what point of the night when I was gone did he do something with you?
Well,
the time frame's narrowing down.
and just think about it a second. This starts a head injury.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany points that out to you that morning.
Yeah. Well,
Do you,
yeah.
and you don't. I'm going to assume that since you only see it Thursday, that it's possibly not there Wednesday. But if this is the first time you're seeing it, if you gave him a bath the day before, do you remember seeing it?
It wasn't there.
Okay. So then we can, when I say that's what he means, when we can talk about timelines, if you gave him a bath Wednesday, or you gave him a bath Thursday morning, or whatever the time frame is, and it wasn't there, then we know sometime around when Brittany was there, between there and the last time you saw him where it wasn't there, that's when that happened.
Right.
Now, could there be another injury?
Had to have been before I got up.
I agree with you.
Had to have been before I got up.
And here, you know, there was so much talk about, you know, whether you do or don't do laundry at 3 in the morning. Look, I get you do laundry at 3 in the morning. That's what you get off.
Yeah.
I do laundry, well, shit, I ain't got off before, I don't know when, but normally I would do laundry on my day off. And that's just how I do it. Sometimes I'll throw a load in at 6 o'clock when I'm home. You don't get home until 2. So I get it. But when asked, is it normal for him to go to the laundromat at 1:45 in the morning?
Not alone.
But alone, before, why would you drive out? None of his timeline makes any sense.
Right.
For example, I know I got to go get you at 2 o'clock. I don't have any gas in the car. Okay? Guess what I'm going to do? I'm not going to go at 12 o'clock and get gas and then come back in. What, 2 kids? Who wakes 2 kids up to go get gas at one time, but you don't have to be anywhere for 2 hours?
Right.
And it's friggin' midnight. Who does that? No one. No one does that. Except Ruben.
He left at 12 that night too.
12:33. He was at the Kangaroo.
Did he normally do that when you were at work?
What?
Drag the kids around town?
No. He normally stay at the house with them
Right.
until I got off. That'd be the only time he'd bring them out was.
Ruben hung around the club a lot, didn't he?
When I didn't have, if I was at home and I had the kids, then he would go. We never went at the same time unless my mom had the kids.
Okay.
We wouldn't have no one to keep the kids.
Yeah.
One of us had to be there to keep the
Yeah,
kids.
right. Is there any places down on the south side by the Avenues Mall, 95 Phillips Highway? Is there any places that you know that he would hang out? Like some people go hang out at the pool hall on you know, the one at Bay Meadows by the Winn-Dixie. Some people hang out. There's a place they call the Pits down McLaurin Road.
I've never heard of that place.
Where?
Best Bet Poker Room. I
Where
don't know
is
where.
that?
I don't know exactly
Regency.
where that is.
Regency.
I don't know exactly. I've never been there with
Yeah.
Is
him.
that the one on Monument? The one that used to be Garden Ridge?
That's Regency.
Okay, well I've never been there
There's
with him.
another one. There's one in Orange Park.
No, he would go. I'm
He'd go to the one at Regency?
I'm assuming that he'd go to the one closest to our house.
Okay.
So,
Other than
but
that-
anything down by the Avenues, Phillips Highway.
Latitude 30. You ever go there?
I've never been there. I've never been there, and I know he did pool tournaments at Bear Assets, but that's
Yeah. That's
Do you-
way out north.
yeah.
Do you know the girl that her name is Christy? You get pills from?
The
Pregnant.
pregnant girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like her.
Yeah.
I didn't really take to her too well. I only met her a handful of times.
Where did you? Was it with Ruben?
Mm-hmm.
Was it with you?
Uh-huh.
Had to be, I guess. You were both together.
Yeah, but I would make him. They had to get out the car to do whatever they were doing because I don't do pills.
Okay.
I don't take them out, and I don't like to be mixed up in that.
Okay. So was he buying from her or selling to her?
He would give her money.
Right.
She would go somewhere, and then whenever she would get back, he would get out the car and get in with her, and I guess do whatever they were doing.
Right. And then get in your car. Okay.
Because I really refused for him to do.
Where did y'all commonly meet her at? What location?
I was trying to explain that. It's like I know when you come out of,
Mm-hmm.
you go straight, or you go.
Take a right or left?
You
come out.
take a right.
Okay.
And you go straight through that light,
Uh-huh.
and you take that road all the way down.
Okay.
So like wherever that leads to. I'm not really good with area names and stuff.
Do you
but-
drive?
Do I drive? Not very often. Not in Jacksonville. I've only lived there since May.
You're good on dirt roads?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just I actually got yelled at about that a lot. You have to pay attention where we're going. You
Right.
you have no sense of direction. Well, I'm not from Jacksonville,
Right.
so, but I know that we would meet. We'd always pass a place either at a gas station or you can turn in. It's got like a Panda Express. And
So
got
it's like places where common places like out in the open. You weren't going to her house.
No.
Never went to her house.
One time, and that was just to drop her off though.
Okay. Why didn't you like her?
She was just a bitch.
Oh, okay. All right.
So how do you feel about her?
How do I feel about her? She's just like, I think that she's a bitch.
I bet if you asked her how she felt about you, you'd get the same. Well, you might get a worse word.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
You might get a worse word.
Probably.
You heard other stuff that's going on, allegations, but
Yeah, and I honestly,
did you
I
know
can
about
say-
it?
I can say that it was bullshit because I was right there when she went into the bathroom to do a bump of coke, and I doubt he's going to rape you in front of me. She left that part out that I was there too.
Yeah, I was wondering how that went.
Yeah, I was wondering how that went if you were in the house and she's getting banged.
He didn't rape her. He didn't rape her. She got mad because...
He admits that he had sex with her.
Well, that
He
wasn't...
did.
Okay, well, that must have been after I left or something. Then.
He
said you were in
came
the
over
house.
here to our building.
While I was in the house?
Yeah.
I didn't hear all of it, but I believe him. But
I believe you, but...
I guarantee it was just the
They left
1st
that
of
part
July.
out.
July 1st. I remember the date, right? July 1st.
Mm-hmm.
They left
July
that part
1st.
out.
Something about, you know, they had wackos and they met, and then they
And then
came
she came
back.
back to the house
Right.
as I was getting ready.
The kids.
And you went off.
No, she left her kids there.
Right.
Yeah.
She said she was coming back to,
And she did.
uh-huh.
She did. And when she came back, that's when she claims it happens. He admits it. This is
Okay.
July 1st.
Okay.
He admits it and says, but it was consensual.
Okay.
I'm trying to, like you said, what else could you possibly absorb? You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But yeah, he admitted.
I really don't think that he raped her, though. I mean, hell, y'all were together for 12 years and you have 3 kids together. I don't think that he raped you. You know what I mean? I think that you talked to him and then you got mad
Yeah,
because
right.
he wouldn't leave me for you.
That's probably, I don't say that I blame you on that one.
I mean, that's just logical consumption, y'all. I mean, if he forced her, then I don't
You mean
see that.
a consumption
No,
or an assumption?
an assumption.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, if I was with someone for 12 years and had 3 kids with them, obviously I like to sleep with them.
Right,
But when I got knocked up 3 times by them
right.
and been with them for over a decade,
Yeah, makes sense.
that's just logical.
Well,
Let me
there
ask you a
was
question.
definitely tension with y'all.
With me and her?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, there was.
Why was it so hard for you to believe that he did this?
Because I just never seen him be harmful towards my kids. I mean, like, towards, you know, maybe argue with me a little bit, but not... I've never seen him, and I've had people come and pay him for them to keep his, you know, other people's kids. I mean...
You know
I
the
just
old
didn't
saying,
see it.
if not you, then who? If it wasn't you, then who? You know? And the story about the car being taken,
I mean, he's just said he
He's
was so
done.
good with his own, and my kids liked him. You know, I mean, he still asks for him. You know, I like him very, very much.
do you know his past? Do you know his past with adults? The violence that he
I
is.
mean, I know about one incident with,
Mm-hmm.
and which I didn't really know full detail on it.
Or
too
whose
much.
story belongs to who? Right?
Yeah.
How about her sister?
I never met her sister. Never really. No, really didn't get into that situation too much, really. So no, not a whole lot. I knew that he had gotten that he had went to prison for 2 years, but I didn't really know the detail on it. Just as far as I had known that it was for robbing someone and running from the law or something like that.
Do you know what his brother's in prison for?
Mm-mm. No, I don't. No, I've never met him. So
Yeah.
I've never met any of his siblings.
Well, knowing now what you've seen and knowing
If I'd have known this all,
That
you
was
guys
with
would have
him.
never got a chance to talk to him because I'd have already fucking killed him myself.
That's exactly what I was waiting on from you.
Honestly.
When y'all were in the room together,
If I'd have known all this and I even sensed him hurting my kid, if I'd have known anything about it prior to him making that adoption fucking star cult, the stolen car bullshit, if I'd have seen him hurt my kid or had knowledge of him hurting my kid, y'all wouldn't have got a chance to get to him. Y'all would
Why
have locking
else?
me up for murder
why else?
because I'd have fucking killed him.
Why else would we have all this, the blood,
Because obviously he did something
which
to
is
my
the
kid.
baby's child and blood,
Mm.
and he stages this whole.
Because he's trying to cover his own ass.
Yeah.
And that's
This is a timeline from 3 o'clock in the
that's
afternoon
obviously not gonna fucking work.
till 3 o'clock when we got you guys. This is too much work has been done. You recognize that?
Yeah, that's Ruben.
Yeah. it's
At an
right.
ATM.
Right. Getting out money out of your account.
That's his account.
Well, I thought, I was
We
considering
don't share. We
Okay.
don't share accounts.
I was considering it, community property.
Doesn't look like my kid is in there though.
It don't, does it?
Well,
Mm-mm.
shocking.
Well, this is the first time I've known about this. I mean, they told me that he pulled money out, but they didn't tell me that my kid wasn't in the car, so I didn't know that.
We tracked him everywhere he went. This is where he went to McDonald's. I know
You
it's hard.
talked
Hmm?
Have you talked to
I have.
What'd she tell you?
She told me 2 different things.
What'd she
Okay,
tell you?
what'd she tell you?
She told me, one time she told me that he was in the car when they went to the laundromat. Because I asked her, because that was what I was trying to put together was
Yeah.
from the laundromat to home.
Right.
You know what I mean? Was he in the car from there to there? And she had told me, yes, he was in the he was in the car sleeping at the laundromat. And then she, first go around, she told me that he was in the car at the apartment. And then probably about a week later, you know, I kind of slipped that question in there again, you know, well, what happened, you know, where did Ruben go? You know, I was trying to get her to tell me if anyone else had seen, if she had seen anyone else, you know what I mean, because I didn't think that he was good enough to pull something off by himself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And she told me, well, he wasn't in the car. I don't remember seeing him. So I was just like, maybe she's, you know what I mean? Maybe this is just too much for her. She can't, you know? So I just really didn't go by much on what said for the most part.
No, that's not the first time that she said he wasn't in the car.
Right. But I'm saying, like, I don't just sit around all day and ask her questions. You know, you know what I mean? We try and keep it off of her as much as possible. We try not to bring it up around her. But those were the two times that I had asked her.
Did she say why she was scared that night? Why did she leave the car? Did she mention anything of that?
She said it because it was scared of the dark. And Ruben was taking too long. That's what she told me.
Is there any questions that you have for us right now?
Yeah, how can we bury this motherfucker? I'm serious.
If you
what
asked
do I
any,
have to do to put him away? For good. I mean,
if you asked any of us, we would have already got a shovel. But it doesn't work
like
that way.
I said, if I'd have known any of it, and any kind of knowledge of him hurting my kid,
you got to realize
that's y'all's opportunity.
This stuff takes time. This didn't just happen during first day.
No, I'm saying like literally, if I had ever seen him hurt my kid before, or even it felt like he was going to hurt my kid or anything like that, I'd either left him before he got that chance, or...
When you confronted him about this injury, and he tried to throw it off on, guess what? I already told you about that.
Yeah.
But he didn't. Mm-mm. And if he can't explain it, and he's the one that was with him,
yeah,
that, to me...
Well, honestly, if you want the truth, where my mind went with that was, well, I'm taking him to the doctor.
Yeah.
She'll tell me what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in my own mind, I was thinking, let that bitch say that you know, that this was a physical, you know, injury or something, and I was going to leave him if it would have been.
Yeah.
But I was going to leave that up to the doctor to, you know, tell me what happened. Or, you know, tell me how it could, you know, the possibilities of it getting there. Could it have been an ear infection and it be that way, or what? Because none of my kids have ever been injured like that.
Right. Well, listen.
So that was going to be how I, you know, figured whether he had hurt my kid or not.
Well, you're gonna have, this is going to be everybody has their process, even Ruben. You said, what do we do? Everybody has their process. And I promise you, his lawyers are going to school him, and they're going to blame you.
So do I need to get a lawyer?
Are you asking me for this right now, for me, or for him?
No, I'm saying, do I get a lawyer to...
Yes. At some point...
To fight the allegations that they're probably going to try and make. I'm sure that the motherfucker's going to try and...
He's going to blame
put it off on someone, and you're saying there's only two of us, so who does that leave?
It does. And I'm not questioning you, okay? That's not where this is going. I want you to understand...
That's what I'm saying. Do I need to go ahead and get a lawyer to kind of...
I can't tell you that. I can't give you that kind of legal advice, okay? What I'm trying to get you to understand is not that whether you do or don't need a lawyer. What I'm trying to get you to say is, as we're building this case on him, his perfect defense...
I'm more than willing to do whatever you need me to.
I believe you. His perfect defense is to blame you. Who else does he have to blame?
Exactly.
Just like you. If we clear you, who else do we have?
Ruben.
So your shoulders... Right. You're not going to argue with me on that one.
No.
Your shoulders are going to have to become very broad.
Okay.
Your shoulders are going to have to, like the people throw this cheesy bread at you.
I took it and walked away.
I know. There's going to be a lot of crap coming. Okay? Fair. I'm putting it up front for you because I don't want you to be blindsided by this.
Okay. So what?
That's why we asked you.
So
did you do anything to hurt this baby? You've already answered. I don't need you to answer again. I'm telling you, the focus of this, in anybody's case, they're not going to take the stand and go, you're right, I did it.
Obviously.
So what
he won't even give me the
satisfaction of giving your baby.
My baby
100%. That's, if you ever want to know the definition of selfish, that right there is the definition. Because let me tell you what this was coward.
Piece of shit.
Let me tell you what this piece of shit coward could have done. Could have called Crime Stoppers himself and told us where this baby
No, he could have fucking called me to come home and get my baby if he was getting on his fucking nerves.
The detective starts explaining what a basal skull fracture is and what it does to a child. Then there's another question hanging in the air. Did she ever look this up herself? If her search history shows things like head injuries or toddler head trauma, that could mean she knew a lot more, a lot earlier than she's ever admitted. By now, they've been talking for over an hour. And in all that time, Barton still hasn't said her son's name, not once. It's always he or the baby. That kind of distance is common in people who've hurt someone or played a role in their death. Avoiding the name makes it easier to push down the guilt and emotion. But Lonzie wasn't just the baby, he was her son, and the fact that she can't even say his name speaks louder than anything else in that room.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, there's a lot of things he could have done to keep my baby from even getting hurt, period. He could have called my mom. She'd have fucking come and got him.
Your mom actually tried to call him that night to get the kids at almost 10 o'clock. 21:56 hours is 9:56.
I knew she called me at work and was like, I need to talk to you.
Right, she did.
And I was like, well, I'm working, I'll call you back.
Right.
And I did call her back, but it was later.
Yeah. She was calling to get the kids. I think she probably told you that. She told us that today. That's when I saw there was a call to him on his record, and we talked about it, and she said, yeah, she wanted to make arrangements to get the grandkids.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I was going to give them to her Friday when we took it to McClenny.
Yep. So, I don't want this to be a surprise. I don't want you to get your little feelings hurt anymore.
Oh, they've already been hurt. It doesn't even matter. Right now, I'm just going to have to just suck it up and do what I got to do to put him where he belongs.
And that's what's going to come, because as we present this case, we have as much work to do to prove or disprove about you as we do about him.
Okay.
And that's what we've been doing.
Okay.
So your answers are as honest as they can be today?
Yes.
Is there anything he's told you that you haven't told us?
No, he's sticking straight to what he told you guys. I mean, he told me, I told him straight up, if there's anything that anything that you can give me that will lead me to my baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just completely put you, regard whatever. I won't even call them and tell them I will go find my baby. And he was fine. I wish I could give you the answers you want or that you need, but I can't. I don't know. So he's just, I guess,
selfish.
Yeah, looking out for his own self.
Absolutely. And there's any number.
He won't tell me any fucking thing other than the car got stolen with the baby in it and he didn't hurt him. Well, that's not fucking helping me any.
Nope. Not helping us either. This timeline narrows us down to comings and goings. Is there ever a time where, and I know this is a broad question, but I'm going to ask it the best way I know how, and then just give me your feedback. My phone is with me 24/7. Unfortunately, they call me all the time. Every now and again, I'll screw up in the morning and I have it on the charger and I walk off to leave it, but I go right back to the house and get it because this is my lifeline. I got a boss that calls me way too much, and if I don't answer, he gets all pissed off. Okay, I don't know what his problem is, but needless to say, I don't leave my phone. All right. Does Ruben go away time to time intentionally leaving his phone inside the house?
No.
If Ruben went to the gas station,
he would take his phone.
If Ruben
he jacks my ass if I leave my phone, he can't get hold of me.
If Ruben went to the laundromat, would he take his phone? He would take his phone. So if he left the house,
he had his phone. He told me he had his phone that Lily watched a movie on it. She woke up while they were at laundromat and he put a movie on for it on his phone. So I know he had it. He told me he did.
That flip phone that he had, was that just his throwdown that he didn't have a lot of minutes on, or was that his dope phone?
Honestly, don't know. I didn't really use it a lot and really didn't go in it. It was kind of like one of the little phones that were kind of off limits. I had my phone. I messed with my phone for the most part.
Right.
I mean, I used it one time, and I ain't gonna lie, I went through it. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to know why I couldn't never touch it or whatever.
Right.
And I thought like he was text off of it or something, is where my mind went. But there was nothing in it before he let me hold it to go to my mom's with. I guess he had, deleted his shit out of it.
Okay.
So.
Did he ever play with his phone, as in, not just to watch a movie or did she ever play games on it?
For the most part, he let her watch movies. I mean, I think there was a couple of
on his cell phone, because I'm not technology sound, and so you can actually put a video on a phone and let her watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did he do that regularly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about to play with it? Like, I'm just gonna play with this phone here.
No.
Because it's not for a kid to play with, I would assume.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
She does play with phones, right?
Yeah, she will steal your phone quick.
Did she ever take his on any time that he caught her?
Mm-mm. No.
Left his, but got yours.
Yeah, she'd play with my phone, but there wasn't nothing, no internet or nothing like that on my phone.
Right.
So
she couldn't call Alaska on your phone.
Yeah, no, she really didn't like my phone. You
Yeah.
know, so if she wanted to watch a movie or something on it, she would ask
Get him. Okay.
And most of the time, I mean, sometimes he would sit down and watch it with her. You know, like at the foot of the bed or whatever, they'd be sitting there watching like bloopers on Toy Story. I don't know, they pulled up that one time.
Right. Anything else you can think of?
Mm-mm.
Anything else you can think of? If I've left anything out, if sometimes I don't know all the right things to ask because I don't live in your life and I wasn't there that Thursday. God knows if I was, we wouldn't be talking about this. Because I'd have said, little baby girl, that something's happened to your child.
Yeah, and I just...
The last time that you saw him in the car, was he still acting cranky, tired?
Yeah, he was about to fall asleep. I told him, I said, are you going to go straight home with them? He's tired.
Yeah.
And he told me, yeah, he's going to go home and lay him.
Right here, Barton is about to make a huge mistake, one that will come back to destroy what's left of her story.
Tired.
Yeah.
And he told me, yeah, he's going to go home and lay him down.
Mm-hmm.
Normal bedtime for him is normally what? I know you're at
About
work.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Does he give him a bath every day?
No,
No.
not every day. He don't. I mean, he never bathes.
That's what you told me. There was the night of that you went to work that Thursday night. You said he did not. You told him not to give her a bath, but he was going to give a bath.
Yeah.
She starts by saying she's the only one who ever bathes Lonzie. Then, without missing a beat, she changes it. Now, Ebron supposedly told her he gave Lonzie a bath that night. But when the detective pushes for details, everything falls apart. Suddenly, she's not sure if that bath even happened. Then, she can't remember if he ever really said it at all. This is the moment her story starts to crack, and she starts to come undone.
The direction, so the car goes this way past the house, and he runs back that way. Okay? 2:11, he's seen running on foot in the opposite direction. I just read that, I'm sorry. 2:15, now that's 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
This is where he's seen walking back into the apartment, captured on video again. Okay?
Mm-hmm. And this is where he's telling me that the phone died.
Right. And I'm not going to dispute that the one phone was jacked up and he had to call from the other.
Mm-hmm.
No question. Okay, I'm not disputing that. Calls from a different phone. And then he texts you. He's already called 911.
Now he's on the phone. He's on the phone when I call him back, asking him what the fuck, get a ride.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear him telling someone, hold on a second.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was on the phone with 911.
He was. This is where he receives another text from you, and I have the text messages. This was a reference for all of us to know what he did and when.
Mm-hmm.
Then he gets a call from you. He gets a voicemail, and then this is at 2:29. He texts Daniel and says he's outside, car stolen. Police got me now. This is him going past the car. Now again, this is a copy of a copy, but this is that time frame at 2:09. This is him going past the house in the car. Now it's 2 o'clock, 2:09 in the morning, in a residential neighborhood.
And nobody else back.
How many other cars pass it?
There's no traffic.
And remember, at 2:06, we have him coming out of the complex. You know that's a lowrider, and when you go over the hump, you got to slow up to go over the hump. And when you come up, the light of the camera gets you a little bit better. It's not perfect. I'm not saying this is some great picture, and it's clearly,
Well, it's clearly him. It doesn't fucking matter. It's right there. It's clearly him.
Right. And then this is him in the same DC shoes, the shorts, and he's carrying the shirt, but he's in the tank.
Because he's running.
He's running. This is past the same house. Look.
Even at night, it's hot. I ran it in the daytime. I sweat my butt off.
That motherfucker. He receives a call from you, and that's where we found the car at 251 parked in front of this address. Now, some of this other stuff is just, we took him from 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This is just easy stuff. Obviously, shitbag. Picture of the car. And then we start identifying the timelines of, this is his phone. These are all the people involved. Just people you know.
Yeah, that's that pregnant bitch.
Yeah, that's her.
That's the girl that called, that he was going to serve the drugs to. Mm-hmm. She used to date him.
Right.
I don't know her.
She's someone else he serves.
That's the pill guy.
Yep.
I seen him come to the house one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of put two and two together.
That night, he came to the house.
He did? Oh, I didn't know that.
There's a lot of things you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This is Lapita trying to get him to. This is just messages and all. This is just messages that listen. When I say we picked everything apart, you included.
Yeah.
Okay. But you see, your phone was at Wacko's.
Yeah. With me.
Yeah. Right. These are exactly the texts. This is that guy Paul. Okay, so this is just him talking dope. These are just text messages. It starts getting real because you're still with him. This is stuff going on when you're still with him. This is this girl talking about this pills. This is all talking about pills. This is pills. This is dope. This is his business. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is time frames.
Mm-hmm.
This is Brittany calling to see if you need a ride to work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's where he drops you off. You're on video, he's on video. Then he starts getting texts from this guy. And so he drops you off, and he calls her for pills. And then guess what? She calls him back. He gets the money. This is on video.
So that's what he's pulling the money out for, is for drugs.
Yep.
So he takes my kids out at 2:30 in the morning to go buy drugs from this stupid pregnant bitch. That shouldn't even be doing drugs to begin with. She's fucking pregnant.
Yeah. And then it just goes in. This is just getting closer to this. He lies about where he's at when, because, okay, keep in mind, these phones are magic.
Yeah.
Every time they make a call or a text, like right now people are texting me, it's hitting on a tower as close as possible.
Well, can you locate mine? It was stolen. I'm serious.
No, I can't.
Because it has pictures of my baby on there.
I wish I could, but they don't allow us to do it for those reasons. But this is a crime.
You can't say that it was part of the investigation.
I cannot lie.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot lie.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you something. This is very important to me. I want to take you to this time. Okay? I'm not saying, and let me just put it out there. In your we're talking, you know how you'd say the car ignition was jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
And there were times that you would go to Windick store and you would leave it running because it's hard as hell to start back up. Okay? But you did not leave the kids in the car.
Fuck that.
Okay, and I agree with you. I'm with you. I'm not accusing you of that. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that this is one of those rare moments. You got to get some Tylenol for the baby. You can't. There's nobody at home to watch him. You run to the CVS. Your car is within sight. You run in.
I'm gonna take him out with me then.
I know. I'm gonna say to you now. Tell me what you'd say, and I want you to fill in the blank. This is a fill in the blank game. Mm-hmm. All right, work with me. Work with me. You're gonna fill in the blank. I'm gonna hand you my phone, and I want you to tell me. I want you to pretend like this is what I'm gonna say. You go to CVS. It's emergency, extenuating circumstances. You think to yourself, I'm just gonna be in there a second. I know exactly where the children's Tylenol is. I'm gonna go and take it to the counter. I can see the child, and all of a sudden, someone jumps in your car.
And your child's in the car.
And your child's in the car. What's the first thing you're going to do?
How are you going to do it?
What's the first thing you're going to do?
I'm going to fucking yell, hey, someone stop that car. My kid's in it. And then I'm going to call 911.
Okay, this is you. Pretend. What are you telling 911? Tell me right now. Your fucking kid's gone. What?
My car's just been stolen with my kid inside of it.
How long did that take you?
Not long at all.
3 seconds?
Yeah.
If someone really stole your car with your child still inside, your first reaction would be to grab your phone and call 911 right away. But Ebron didn't call the police, not at first, and that alone already tells you something is very wrong with his story.
1 second is what it took that fuckwagon.
It took it that long. He took to just come.
Let me play it back for
that?
you. Yeah, my car's been stolen. Where are you from, sir? 8030 Old Kings Road. Okay, what kind of car, sir? Just like this.
Okay, well, why wouldn't you have already put in there that my child was inside of it?
Just like this. Calm. Can you imagine the panic? The panic that would be in you.
I would be flipping the fuck out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If I let you hear this, it's going to make you sick. It's just like me and him are talking.
I don't even need to hear it.
Hey, and you know what?
Okay, that's 31 seconds. That's how long y'all been talking. And he just now said, "Oh, and my son's in the car."
Yeah. And you know why he said it? Because the dispatcher told him. So basically, when you say your car's been stolen, they ask you some questions to get the officers en route. And then they need to know some things about the make and the model and all, which he asked him. Because he hasn't said there's a kid in the car yet.
That's what I'm saying. So
Hadn't said there's a kid in the car yet. He's not even panicked. He's like, hey, my car's been stolen. My car's been stolen. Like, my car's been stolen. Even if there's nobody in the car, my fucking car just went down the Bay Meadows. Get the fucking cops here.
Yeah.
Even with nobody in the car, would you not agree?
I've been tripping the fuck out.
Tripping the fuck out. Exactly.
I don't have everybody else calling 911 too.
100%. Screaming your full head off.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're having a calm conversation.
I probably stole somebody's car just.
You know why it's calm? You know why it's calm? Because the car ain't stolen.
And there's no baby in it.
And there's no baby in it. So here's the thing. Here's
But
the
I gotta
thing.
make them believe it.
Yeah. 31 seconds it takes him. That, 31 seconds it takes him to say, and it's because the dispatcher says, here's what happens. They got to get your information, right? And then they're going to tell you, common practice, we're going to check the towed vehicle file. Because sometimes people's shit gets repoed. Right. So before we go send an officer to make a stolen vehicle, legally those people can repo your car.
Yeah.
So they don't want to put a stolen vehicle in the system with a tow truck driver going down the road, That makes no sense. So the dispatcher told him, I'm going to have to check this on the tow and storage list, sir. And he says, and my son was in the back seat. Just like that, and my son was in the back seat. The dispatcher said, whoa, hold on, what? Say what? What'd you say? The dispatcher gets panicked. Your son was in it? Yeah, he's in the back seat. Not ever panicked at all.
That would have been like the first part.
Yeah.
I would just say my kid just got kidnapped, but someone stole my car.
What's more important, the kid or the car?
Fucking both. If my kid's inside the car, then that car's very important.
Right.
Find that fucking car and my kid in it too.
It wasn't important to him.
It wasn't important to him.
Wow.
You know who else, when he made his text?
He wasn't in the car.
When he made his text to,
So
because he
what
knew.
did they do with him? I mean, where in this point of time, I mean, you see where he's went. Where could he have went with him?
There's a time frame.
It's not adding up to me.
See what he puts to Daniel? I'm outside, car stolen, police talking to me now. Do you see anywhere where it says missing?
No.
Do you see him say, baby man's gone? What the fuck do I do? That's what he sends him. Because it means no more to him, because this is just a
So
story.
do you think that Daniel knew?
No.
No.
Well, who else says how?
It's just an example of how little
Right.
it meant to him.
Okay, well, all the fucking same of how little it means to him, you still need to figure out where my kid is.
Absolutely.
And we already know where he's going.
Yeah.
Where's my kid?
That's why this timeline was important to us. That's why these pictures were important as to what was it like when you left. Because do we not now agree that there are things that weren't the way you left it?
No, he went home and cleaned up.
Yeah. So no matter what.
But what I can't figure is how did he get around? You assume she was there.
I don't think
Well,
she's paying attention all the time. She's a
Look,
kid,
it's
she's watching TV.
She's easy to distract.
Yeah.
And you know what Daniel told us? When he...
Was she's probably watching TV with
them.
Lexi.
Yeah.
Probably playing the tablet and
She
shit
was.
with Lexi.
She was. When they got back to the house, there was a period of time that he was home just with the two kids.
So how did he get it past Daniel even? You're a grown-ass man, and you can't tell me you're inside this apartment, and you ain't hear nothing happen to my baby, and you just watched Ruben walk out the house with a bloody baby and everything? You're
Listen.
fucking full of shit. Someone's full of shit.
Listen, hold on. No.
That's not possible. I would know if someone was in the other room hurting a kid.
But he wasn't there. Okay.
Well, where was...
Daniel was, when they got back from McDonald's, when Ruben and the baby got back from McDonald's, the McDonald's and getting the ATM, he does go back to your house.
Mm-hmm.
And he is there a couple hours alone before Daniel gets home. When Daniel comes home, he goes in his room, brings Lexi in his room, because he thinks they're in there asleep. Well, hears him come in, goes to the room, knocks on the door, comes in at this point and stays with Daniel for a while.
But the baby's still there.
That's something we're trying to decide.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, because I don't see how he would just... If blood or anything like that happened to the baby,
Right.
she would say it.
And that's what I'm saying about Daniel. Think about that. He's in the same room. Okay, if she saw it, she would say it. Same thing with Daniel would. Daniel is all about doing the right thing. It has nothing to do with Daniel. And to be honest with you, I don't think, sometimes things happen and people can plan it out. This was not something he planned out. This shit just happened.
And he had
to cover all this shit up.
Well, he didn't do a very good fucking job.
Well, he thinks he's smarter than he is. What you're never smarter than is what? 30
Science,
people?
yeah.
30 people in science. Because when 30 good minds, and there's 30 good minds in this office. When you take 30 good minds and everybody talks all the time, and you're coming up with suggestions, and you're coming up with what else can we do, you're trying to defeat 30 people that do this for a living? Really? You know the old saying, there's never a perfect crime? There's not. There's just not. Because ultimately, if there was a perfect crime, you dumbass would not have left this. You dumbass would not have left the friggin' the sheet with the blood all over it, would you? But shit was going too fast.
He got into it, yeah.
You know why? Because you're texting him, hey, shitbag, are you on the way? Where are you?
How am I going to explain? What am I going to do?
What am I going to tell her when I come to get her and there's only one kid?
Oops.
What am I going to tell her? Well, shit, I better think fast and get rid of this car.
I better make it look like somebody else did it.
And it ain't me. It's never me.
Because if I turn her against me, she'll tell the cops.
Yep.
I'll tell him. What? Y'all are telling me what the fuck?
No, what he's saying is if he told you, oh shit.
Fuck yeah, I would tell y'all. Y'all wouldn't have even had. No, he wouldn't be. Wouldn't be fucking breathing.
Am I gonna hear from here on out? Am I going to hear?
He's innocent. I love him.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
At 11 o'clock tonight, are you gonna wish him you love him and pray about him? That's over?
I'm gonna pray to God that he gives him the fucking needle.
It's a different prayer than you said a couple days ago. I don't know. I want to be sure.
I just didn't see him being capable of hurting my kid, but now I see it very fucking bad.
If not him,
some of the
then who?
worst killers out there were the nicest people you'd ever want to meet.
Yeah, Ted Bundy. Nice guy.
Many of them. They got their way into you because of their kindness and their charms, and then they had their fun.
Right. Look at Pete the pedophile.
I mean, do you think that it was premeditated, or do you think that he just lost his fucking temper, hurt him, and
you know the only person that can tell us that?
The person who's not talking.
That fucking coward. That's who.
He's not going to man up.
Put my brother in the room with him and just beat him to death.
You know how many people in the city have called us wanting 10 minutes in the room with him?
My brother wouldn't.
And listen, I want to make you understand.
He wouldn't need 10 minutes. My brother done told me if they'll give me the opportunity, he said he'll have two options. That's the speaker. I'll just break his fucking neck right there, and we can all be done with this. We're not getting the baby back anyways. What my brother done.
Hey,
so
listen.
What's that fucking matter?
I want to make you understand that no matter what, all along, I've looked at every avenue possible, to include you, because I had to. Nothing personal.
Hey, if I had done anything, I'd deserve my ass to be right there. I'd give my life for my baby, for him to just have one more minute of his.
Let me ask you a question. On another note, you remember Brittany?
I remember Brittany. Kelly?
Yeah.
Brittany Foote. The one who died.
He's talking about the girl that worked at your club that went missing.
Oh, I wasn't working there when that happened.
Okay.
You weren't working there in March?
In March?
Of this year.
I didn't hear anything about her going missing.
Really?
Really? It was the first I heard of that.
About her boyfriend?
What was her stage name?
Courtney?
What was her stage name?
This is the first time I heard of anybody going missing from the club, honestly.
Hang on a second.
Was it her boyfriend that done it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, he confessed to
Is that
killing
what we're
her.
getting?
Well, what he's doing is there's some information that we thought was common knowledge to employees at Wacko's, which would tend to give us an inclination of a direction. Does that roundabout story make sense? No. Ultimately,
March, April. I worked there in March, but not as much as I had been going from May till now.
Yeah.
Is the most I've worked there. Period.
Okay.
Yeah, when back in March, and between January and March, I would only work 1 or 2 days a week, if that, or maybe one day over the weekend. I didn't work there that often because I still stayed in my clinic.
Okay.
So maybe that's why I didn't really know anyone there then, because I wasn't there much.
Right.
Only when I got desperate and needed the money did I go.
Yeah.
But like I was working so much now because we were moving.
Yeah. I hear you. Did you ever feel that was part of a manipulation on his part? It's okay for you to work, but not him. Because I talked to his boss, the welding business, the welding place, and they said when he liked the project he was doing, that he would do good work, but he didn't want to come in on time, and didn't want to work when they told him to work, and they ended up getting rid of him.
Okay. I thought he got fired because he got locked up in Baker.
Yeah, well,
that's what I thought.
Sometimes, they overlook things. They need the workers.
That's a driver's license photo, but here.
I want to go check on your mama.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, just give me a second. Go check on your mama, because I don't want her to think I'm trying to pull the wool over her eyes. Because I have a good respect for her.
You don't show her face there. This is taken from the locker room at Scores.
I've never worked at Scores. I don't work there. I've only been to Scores twice. 2 or 3 times, that's it. And that was recent. I've always worked at Wackos.
She was killed by her boyfriend. He used to be up there, come up there at night sometimes, pick her up. Courtney Davis.
Courtney. That's Ruben knows a guy named Courtney.
Yeah.
Is that the one that just got married?
Courtney's over here in the jail because he killed her.
Right, but
Then he cut her up, put her in a dumpster.
oh my God.
We had for a week they had the police out the landfill, the Trail Ridge landfill, looking for her body. He confessed to it all. That's why we were out there. And I came in Wackos, myself and my partner. We came in Wackos many times, following up on this girl's case. When she was last seen, she was in there on St. Patrick's Day.
I wasn't.
March the 17th.
I don't think I was.
That was the last night that she was at work. She stayed out with her friends because he beat her. On the 18th, she went back home, and he killed her on the 19th. And chopped her up.
That's crazy. Who could?
When the detective tells her about her coworker's death, Barton finally shows real emotion. The chilling part? She reacts more strongly to that than to the death of her own son.
I sat with your mom for a little while. I wanted to see the majority of the pictures that I showed you.
The detectives decide to bring in Barton's mother, a move you almost never see in the middle of an interrogation. It's a clear strategy. Barton isn't breaking under their questions, so they bring in the one person who might finally get through to her emotionally.
She's given me an answer to that, and I'm satisfied with the answer. Okay? Some of the things that went on in here with this baby.
If I ever see you with a black man again, I'll disown you. You understand me?
Yeah, I understand you, but you have to understand too, white men are just as capable.
That small comment actually says a lot. In her mind, Ruben is the one to blame, and she's angry at her daughter for ever getting involved with him in the first place.
I'm trying to say she didn't always make the right decisions, but in my mind, she's done nothing to hurt this child.
If you think I hurt my kid, then
I
she
didn't know.
doesn't.
I don't like the idea that.
She doesn't think that.
I don't think that.
Well,
if I did, I'd
well,
think
why
it.
are you looking at me like that?
No one in that room had actually accused Barton of laying a hand on Lonzie. But out of nowhere, she jumps straight into defense mode, repeating over and over, "I didn't hurt him." That kind of reaction says a lot. Lonzie's body was finally found 6 months after his death. By then, his remains were so badly decomposed that the medical examiner couldn't say for sure how he died. The exact cause of death may never be known. In the end, Lonna Barton pleaded guilty to child neglect and lying to the police. She was sentenced to 5 years in prison with credit for the time she had already served. Later, a separate drug charge would lock in her future, no parole. Justice here feels unfinished. A toddler left to die, 2 adults who treated him like he didn't matter, and a story that still feels incomplete. And if that case left you speechless, the next one is even more disturbing. Not because of what happened, but because of how calm he was about it.